Welcome back to this week's Shift Summary. These are short episodes where we break down a few of the most significant shifts and actionable insights from our previous show that we can apply to our business today. Last week, we had such an inspiring guest, the one and only Onyx Cole, an icon in the direct selling industry. In our conversation, she shares her incredible journey as a single mother of three, how she went from being a complete skeptic to building a team of over 400,000 individuals. And get this, then retiring, stepping back for a period of time, and then getting called to come back into the direct selling channel and doing it again. At the time of our episode recording, she had already helped 29 people reach the top of her company's compensation plan. Her energy, passion for people, belief, you can feel it, that anyone can achieve success in this industry. It will truly inspire you. The full conversation, we covered a lot. Her story, misconceptions about this industry, learning to really listen and build a community, what it takes to mentally restart and set yourself up for success, building a powerful system of duplication, magical math, a term I'd never heard before. I loved that section. Overcoming doubts and negative influences, collaboration, the importance of equality in this channel, shifting beliefs about money, so many things and more. So if you missed the full conversation, pause real quick, go back and definitely catch the full episode. So much to learn and apply. But today we're going to dive into 3 game-changing shifts that really stood out to me from our conversation with Onyx Cole. Starting with shift number 1, which really has to do with adopting what we'll call a systems mindset. Throughout our whole conversation, Onyx continued to emphasize the importance and the power of harnessing effective systems within your business, meaning that we need to stop relying solely on any single individual when it comes to the growth and the success in our endeavor. We need to adopt a mindset that embraces proven systems for efficiency, scalability, to lead to long-term success. So let me ask you a quick question, and you can answer out loud or answer in your head. But let me ask you, right now, on the path that you're on, the service and the product that you're passionate about promoting, the mission, right, that you are involved with, do you want to build a small team, or do you want to build a big team? Do you want to build a team of just people your age or all ages? Do you want to build a team that attracts people of just your demographic or all demographics? Just your education level or all education levels? Just your neighborhood or your town or your state or your country, or eventually everywhere? Well, if you answered those questions with the latter, then you have to realize you need to adopt a system that every one of those people can do. When I say system, what I really mean is a simple set of steps that are repeatable, or sometimes we use the term duplicatable in this channel. A simple set of steps that anyone in all of those places, at all of those ages, with all of those backgrounds can do over and over and over again and get results. I love how Onyx in our conversation gave an avatar. She called her avatar Sally Sue. And Sally Sue is the person in her mind that is that average person with a desire that she needs to make sure can apply a simple set of steps to achieve her results. So when she's designing a system, teaching a system, duplicating a system, she always keeps that Sally Sue in mind. Can Sally Sue do this? Will Sally Sue be able to have success with this? So my question for you is, who is your Sally Sue? Who is your avatar? Who is your average person that you want to empower and inspire? And are you currently running a system that your avatar, your Sally Sue, can do? I was taught by a mentor early in my career that system actually was an acronym. If you broke down each of the letters and how you spell system, it meant save yourself stress, time, energy, and money. System, because when you apply a system, you save yourself the stress, the time, the energy, and the money. Said in inverse, when you don't, you add those things to your business and your life. So we have to make sure that we are taking actions when we're promoting our product or our service, when we're building our team, that everybody can do. And the minute we do something that we cannot teach is the minute we no longer have that Sally Sue in our business achieving the results that are possible. So we need to make the shift and go from being person dependent to being system dependent. So here's the warning. Here's the red flag. If you're out there right now trying to reinvent the wheel, you got to figure out it's already been figured out. And there is a system, I promise, in your company and community that is working right now for anyone and everyone. So if you know the system, use the system. If you don't, reach up for support, call your upline leadership, and get filled in on the steps that are proven, tried and true, that'll work for every Sally Sue out there. Make the shift. Shift number 2 has to go with creating alignment between work and family. Now, notice I use the word alignment, intentionally not choosing the word balance. Just to be real with y'all, as a parent right now, my son just turned 8, my daughter is 5. So for all the parents out there and future parents out there, balance is really hard to find. It may not even be a thing. But alignment, creating alignment between what we're doing as our profession, as our passion, and the roles we play within our family and within our household, they can be in alignment. And I love how Onyx shared her personal story. She's a single mother of 3 daughters who's reached outrageous heights in this channel, not once, but twice, and told just some amazing personal stories. I love the story she shared of a conversation she had one day with one of her daughters when she was younger. And her daughter came up and asked her, "Mom, why can't you be a mom that cooks cookies during the day and has them ready when I come home from school?" And I can only imagine being the parent in that moment, because parents out there, that mom guilt, that dad guilt, that parent guilt, that's real, y'all. And I love how Onyx chose to reply in that moment, telling her daughter that, you know what, there's a lot of amazing moms that can do that, but that wasn't the path she was on. She was called for a different path. She was on a mission to inspire, to empower, to help, to create an impact, and to change the financial status of the family tree. And that was the path that she was called to do. And she said one day maybe she can be that mom, but that isn't who she was today. And fast forward, she shared a moment when they were at an event and a retreat, and Onyx was getting acknowledged with achievements and awards. And that same daughter, years later, told her in that moment just how proud she was and how grateful she was to have such, not just a mom, but an example in life to follow. And I love that story because it really drove home that it's not necessarily about the cookies when it comes to our kids. It's about the example that we can set as parents. And that example, in Onyx's words, through her story, can be living your life, living your passion, living your purpose, showing what it is like to wake up every day and be ignited, fired up on a path to make a greater impact, to truly help people and make a difference. And that example, that living life in a called way, that living life at a next level, that can be the best thing we can do as parents for our kids. So let's take a lesson from our conversation with Onyx and let's make the shift for parents out there and future parents out there. Let's be the best example, living our life the way we are called to do, making an impact and doing that without any sort of guilt or regret, knowing that that's the best example we can set and choosing to be present where we are. And the last shift I want to talk about, shift number 3, you gotta wanna. I knew the minute she said that was going to get stuck in my head. You gotta wanna. Onyx talked about the importance of developing endurance. I love that word she said. Endurance. In our mindset, in our business. That this channel, it isn't about the quick results. It's about a long-term commitment. And it's not about having to know everything or needing all the answers. She talked about embracing this ignorance on fire. You don't have to know it all to light yourself up and create an energy and an attraction. Ignorance on fire will always be better than knowledge on ice. And understanding the importance and the power of compounding growth and the impact that you can make when you believe in yourself and your abilities. The right mindset, discipline, and commitment will always succeed in the long term. When she was sharing all of that, you gotta wanna, it always flashes me back. You gotta go back to the core, a burning desire. We learned that in the classic Think and Grow Rich, Napoleon Hill. A burning desire is where everything starts within you and within others. It starts within us, tapping in to a burning desire for a better life, a burning desire for more, a burning desire to tap into your potential, a burning desire for what you know is meant for you. So we can make the shift, qualify on desire when it comes to who you're investing your energy into, but know that that always starts with you. You gotta wanna make the shift. So there's your challenge for this week. Make these shifts. Shift number 1, let's go from being person dependent to system dependent. Shift number 2, let's decide to be the best example we can be for those around us, for our family, for our kids, and be present where we are. And shift number 3, you gotta wanna. Embrace a burning desire and use that as the fire to move you and your team forward. Are you following the show? We are live on audio in all the places. We're on Apple, we're on Spotify, we're on Audible. If you're not following the show, drop by your favorite platform, click subscribe, click follow so you can get the notifications, new shows every single Monday. And if you found value in today's episode and any episode, leave us a review on Apple Podcast. Click 5 stars, write a review. We read them all. It helps us pursue our own better. And remember, a shift really is a gift. So the only way this show gets out to the world is by people who are getting value, sharing it with those they care about. So let me ask you, who's one person that comes to your mind needs to hear this today? One direct selling, entrepreneurial, rock star. Share this episode and help us spread the word about direct selling shift. To make it super simple to share, you can drop by Direct Selling News on all of the social media channels, Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, some really cool clips of each episode that you can go share. And if you have any suggestions for topics that you would love to learn more on, or maybe some guests that you would love to hear from, drop by directsellingshift.com. Right there on the website, you can suggest topics and nominate potential future guests. So join us next week. We have such an inspiring guest lined up here on the show. Her journey from going paycheck to paycheck as a stay-at-home mom to becoming a global top income earner in this channel, a true testament to determination and resilience. She's a published author, currently bridging the gap between vision and execution as a newly promoted head of field and strategy in her company. She brings a really unique faith-based perspective, and you can just feel she's on a mission to create opportunity for everyone. Get ready for an enlightening conversation and more transformational shifts to help you accelerate your income and your impact today. Remember, the right shift at the right time really can change everything. See you next time.